Hey everyone, Scott again. Just going through some of my wrestling autographs, and we'll start with Tito Santana. Some of the Nitro girls. I wish that was all of them that was signed, but can't always have everything. Edge. Really too bad about him having to have his career cut short. Repo Man. Was never a big fan of Barry Darsow. Nikolai Volkov. Another Nikolai Volkov. Nasty Boys, Knobs and Sags. I love this one. Sabu and Terry Funk. Angelina Love. Brutus Beefcake. Another Brutus Beefcake. Kane. Really hope he gets mayor. Balls Mahoney. Not that Kane getting that's going to affect me, but still. Kip James. I don't know why he was going as that at the time, but they changed the names too many times. The Blue Meanie. P.D. Williams. Jim Cornette. Absolutely love this guy. He was the manager of one of my all-time favorite tag teams, the Midnight Express, the Sweet Stan Lane and Bobby Eaton version, not the Dennis Condrey. Gene Snitsky. Snitsky again. And Snitsky again with Dave Batista. Absolutely love that one. I wasn't a big fan of Batista as a wrestler, but love him as an actor. Kurt Angle. Kevin Nash, one of my all-time favorites. The Nature Boy, Ric Flair. One of the greatest wrestlers of all time. Jerry Lynn. Never was a big fan of him, but it was cheap. Tommy Dreamer, one of the ECW originals. Terry Reynolds. Buff Bagwell. That was pretty cool because I'd written to him and he said he'd send it right off because he was offering them or something like that through Facebook. I can't remember, but just to get it from him was really cool. Another Buff Bagwell. AJ Styles, one of my other favorites. Just the way that he can perform. And the Crown Jewels. They were a great tag team that was in NWA On Fire Independent Wrestling. The Logan Brothers, Matt and Brian. Matt and Brian again. The Great Apollo. Antonio the Promise Thomas. I wish WFA was still around in the Dover, New Hampshire area. Some really great wrestling there. El Leon. The Great Apollo. Sonny Roselli. Jason Rumble. One of my favorite independent ones that I was able to get to see. Ravishing Rick Rude. We'll go down a little bit on that. Sorry about the shaky hands, can't help that. Doink the Clown. Cool part with this was that the Giant Pharaoh, and if you've never seen him in wrestling, you should because he's an absolute fantastic one to watch. But he ended up being the one that ripped this photo. I wish that I'd had the time to get another one. Told him he owed me one, and he said something about, sorry, I didn't mean to grab that. I was just grabbing something else you had in your hand, and it was pretty funny because my kid was a little pissed that he tore the picture, but it was cool to be part of the show. Nunzio from the Full Blooded Italians. Met him at a Mexico main event for the NWA On Fire. Lexus. Cactus. This guy was a wannabe of Cactus Jack, obviously, and wasn't a good one. Jason Rumble again. Another Lexus one. Molly Holly. Another Molly Holly. That was a bonus one because of an error in shipping, which was really cool of the guy to do for me. Earl Hebner. Jeff Jarrett. George the Animal Steele. Ahmed Johnson, I was never a big fan of him, but it was very cheap, so I couldn't pass it up. Scotty 2 Hottie. Another Scotty 2 Hottie. Seth Rollins. Neville. Greg the Hammer Valentine, Jimmy Hart, and the Honky Tonk Man. Samoa Joe. When I first started watching him, I couldn't stand him, but I have come to absolutely love watching him. He's just very impressive for a guy his size. Terry Reynolds. Trevor Murdoch. Val Venus. Chris Sabin, Sanjay Dutt, and Jay Lethal. Jay Lethal is one of the best ones I've ever watched, really, these days. Just in what he does, entertaining everything else, and what a great impression of Nature Boy Ric Flair. One of my all-time favorite wrestlers, Chris Jericho. Got to meet him in Portland with his band. That was so awesome. Luke Robinson. I wish that he had been able to win the Tough Enough competition. I think it was pretty much just a bunch of crap that Vince picked the big goofy sucker off there, Andy. And this is my absolute favorite autograph because it has Shawn Michaels in it. This was a gift from a great friend of mine named Dave, and of course Kevin Nash up in the top, but the fact that it's signed by Shawn Michaels just makes this my all-time favorite. So, that's it for my wrestling autographs, and I will catch y'all soon. Keep collecting, and have a great day.